So for people that are not tracking what's going on. So Chris, the internet is on fire, specifically UFO Twitter, that we put out, we got really far with this legislation. Everybody fought for it. And all of a sudden, certain elements of this amendment, the Schumer and Senator Mike Rounds amendment was kind of cut down or negotiated to not be as powerful. What are some of the key things that were left out that people are kind of up in arms about? What are the things that people are upset about? Tell us that.
Sure. The Controlled Disclosure Campaign, killed. The Independent Review Board dedicated to the disclosure of UAP information and materials, killed. The authority of eminent domain wielded by the US federal government over any materials or biological evidence of unknown or non-human origin, killed. And those definitions are very, very important. And they've also been killed, the definitions of unknown origin and non-human origin as well, which were very, very specific. And they were very, very specific for a reason as well. New whistleblower and witness protections, killed. Enforcement of subpoena, killed. Amnesty provision for defense contractors and other entities in possession of UAP-related material involved in potential illegalities, killed. So, I mean, we've got a lot that's been killed. I do know that there is some limitations of funds within there, which is good, and that's a partial win, but it's nowhere near it was. It's nowhere as detailed it was in the initial language.
Look, man, I know it can be frustrating. I read it online, and Chris, I could see in his article, he was frustrated. I do really believe what I said, which is that I think that we've identified what the issue is. We've gotten so far with it. I think people need to step back and see that new legislation go through and be signed by the president.
This is a beachhead, okay? It's you got a strategic spot on the beach, and you can build from there. It's like landing at D-Day, you know, Omaha Beach, and taking your invasion forces a little bit further out. It's a start. It's round one of a fight. This is the way our government works, you know. Politics is the art of the possible. Nobody gets everything that they want. Our government, to a large extent, is controlled by big industry. The aerospace contractors spend a lot of money. So it's no surprise that they would wield influence over the chairman of the House Armed Services Committee and the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, because those big companies give them a lot of money and they tell them what to do, and apparently they've done it. But, you know, you got big banks, big drug companies, big ag, big oil. Those guys fund the campaigns for members of Congress, for the House and Senate, and they wield considerable influence. So it is amazing that we got this far at all. It is obviously disappointing that the UAP disclosure advocates didn't get everything they want, but they got plenty. There was progress made here. It's a start, and it's encouraging because, as we've said already, A, we now know where the opposition is, and B, we know that there really is something to hide. They basically announced this to the world. Yeah, we've got it. You can't see it. That, I would think, would instill great sense of confidence in the people who want this information out, in members of Congress who are trying to get to the bottom of it. And maybe it's going to take a couple more sessions of Congress, but progress has been made.